Hello everyone, welcome back to Minecraft with me, Mr. Fox. It's been a few days, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Now, let me just run over here, another town I'm trying to avoid. So a lot has happened, and I'm gonna take the next next few minutes to explain everything that I have done. Because it's quite a lot, and I'm gonna show you in extreme detail. So, I believe the last point that we were on was, oh, we're leaving, we're moving on to the next town, which we did, and are, and is. So, whichever one of those is correct. So, we got some lovely, cheap apartments here to replace the old ones. If you went back to the Bedrock one to see what was replicated, you would notice they're not exact at all, not even in one feature. Because one, they were smaller, they were crappier. Actually, they were about this size. They were literally a room. And I was like, hell no, I am in a room. And also, there is now this supreme view. And if I was living here, I'd actually feel pretty happy with myself. So obviously these apartments are 2-story high, and if I was living on one of them, I would be pretty happy. And they would only cost about 400, maybe 800, because they're supposed to be cheap. I suppose that's why they were a room, but I suppose they're not going to be cheap anymore. But these ones, like, there's a whole value of pricing that I might look at when I'm done all of this, because things are, to be changed. They're not just set in stone. Like the way they are right now, yeah, it's good. It's great. It's wonderful. But they can be changed. And that's the beauty of Sheby County, is that if things can be... God damn it, I'm gonna stop circling what I'm saying and then just saying it over and over. These are glitches buildings. Now, there is a weird gap that I still don't like. So I might take a building from there, slop it in there. I don't know, it's just the gap is annoying me. Now, one of the main builds that are big and beautiful, well, big, not beautiful, the building on the Bedrock version is horrible for the museum, and I think what I have here is so much of an improvement that I'm actually super happy with it. So as you can see here, it says 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Now, it doesn't just say that because I'm bored. That's when it started, and that's where we are. Now, obviously, if this Sheby County is still going until 2022, which it won't, because there's no more historical facts after this year, because we're not that slow. Well, I'm not anyway. It'll stay as 2021. And then on the other side, we have that, but flipped. I was gonna get rid of it, but then I was like, no, let's just leave it. It looks fun. So, I built this place out of mushroom stem, because it just is a nice block. Let me show you the inside that has changed quite a bit. So if we come around here, we got some historical facts, I guess you can say. So, world generated in 2016, prison built in 2016, city started in 2017, Sheby created in 2018. That's when it got its name. Over here we got flat through to current, 2016. We got town hall opened 5th of January 2019. We got mountains begin. Beautiful. So mountains begin. There's not a lot there, but I had to put something there to represent it. First citizen, August 2019. Now obviously there's nothing in there. I believe I put an armor stand there. Oh, I was going to, but it doesn't have arms. You need a data pack for that. The world evolved to Java November 10th, 2020. So as you can see, this is Bedrock. Sticky, slow, and it's ready to explode. This is Java, and that's supposed to be Mercury core. But it could be whatever you want it. It could be power, reaching new heights, I don't know, whatever. You got this, the first harvest, which is basically just some melons. Selling points, January 20. And the first Game Master Challenge, which is Hallway of Rage. Okay, so then we got some blocks just going along here, because, you know, I have to fill the area. We got our art gallery. We got our view to the sky. And then we got a library, which I'm actually in love with. Well, I'm not in love with it, I just love it. So it's looking really, really lovely. If there was a second floor, it would go beyond there. But there isn't. There's only one. Now, obviously then, it's the same like that is over here. Which I was gonna change, but then I was like, no, I shouldn't. These rooms are empty. I'm gonna close them up. So they're the exact same. I'm gonna close up this because otherwise it just looks a little bit odd. I did it wrong. There, okay. So yeah, this museum is looking beautiful. It's got lights going throughout it. It's fully symmetrical and it's gorgeous. Now, onto the part that I'm working on right now. As you can see, I do need to cover that up with how I did that building. But this is Everyblock town. Now, obviously, in Everyblock town, I'm using Everyblock. You can kind of tell this is the Plank place. It's actually called Plank Palace, and you will notice there's a lot of grey wool. So, get used to it, I guess. I'm gonna walk on the road. So there's concrete right here. I don't even think I need to say anything to them. I'm just gonna... This is world support. The map will be going in there once it's ready. And yeah. Feels like I've done a lot, but to tell you what I've done only took about 8 minutes. Which I think is wonderful, but whatever. So yeah, Everyblock town, it's beautiful, it's tall. As you can see, there's a lot of tall buildings around here, but I do really like them. Now, one thing I want to do right here, just for the back, because it's kind of throwing me off. Like, I know it's supposed to be involving every block, but I don't want it to look like a bloody rainbow. So... Am I thinking too basic for that? I might be too basic for that. I'll switch it up. I'll make it like cobblestone in between or whatever's. Boom. That looks like some sort of coating bug. Just like the creeper. Oh yes, there. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Actually, it doesn't. We need a different one. There. That looks good. Just looks a little bit better than what it was before. Okay, so obviously we can't turn it tonight because of, you know, the auto day. And obviously we do need to set this to some sort of good floor. I think I'm gonna set it to stone. I was gonna set it to concrete powder, but now that I think of that realistically, I'm like, no. Let's get it to go to that. Okay. Let's... Okay. All the way down here. We place grass. Makes sense, really, if you think about it. I know, think about it, and it makes sense. Yeah, let's just make it all. Let's make it all stone, shall we? I'm glad I didn't leave that as just stone. Jeez, this is so tall, I swear. I have a feeling I should, like, take that bit off and put it there. Just so it doesn't look like it's about to topple. Copy. And we're gonna ploink a doink. Plonk a doink. Now, why do I feel like leaving both of those there? I don't know. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better and feels better. I don't know, it just didn't have enough body to it, so it didn't look like it was holding itself. It looked like it was just kind of floating. And then, what we do... Why does that building look so good just the way it is? Okay, I vote we keep it there. Not out of laziness, I swear. I'm throwing those blocks out of laziness. And I'm having the urge to pick them up. Okay. There you go. We only need one of these. That does 7 in hand? That's deadly, man. Okay, now all we would need, or do need, is a big sign that says Everyblock down. Now, I don't know why, but all of a sudden I'm getting an urge. I'm getting an urge to push all of these back. Oh, that feels better. That feels so much better now that there's a bit of breathing room. I feel like I can legit, I'm not even kidding, I feel like I can actually take in the city just a bit more. Not the city, the town. Although I did look at this and now it looks like a city more than a town. But it looks 10 times better than the old one. But I'm being a sinner. Alright, this is gonna be a long video because now I'm just talking. I'm being a sinner because there's no globe. World support is supposed to be identifiable from far away. I'm gonna have some of this shenanigans going on here. I don't know what it is. But it's gonna be just so the globe can actually stand itself. Now, it looks like just a regular sphere. Now I know one of you is gonna maybe be like, but Mr. Fox, you can just use World Edit to create a sphere. I can. But the problem is, well, there's no real problem, it's just my personal preference. I'm literally trying to copy the other globe from the other side of the street on Bedrock. Because obviously I have it loaded up because, you know, I can't just copy this from memory. I actually did some of this without looking at Bedrock. I just was like, right, so the majority of the buildings look the same. Just do. That's literally it. That's literally all I had to run off of. Okay, now. So we put this together. You know, like globe bed wars would be a lot easier to do on this. But of course, we're not bringing bed wars back to Miniville because, you know, the Hive and the Hypixel, whatever you want to use. We are going to be linking score points with that, and people are just going to have to be honest. If they're in this server, they're going to have to be honest. So, yeah. Let me just build this damn globe. Just for the sake, if you don't know what I mean by my last statement, basically, if you're in Miniville and you win a game, you get these things called score points, and you bring them back to a place where you can basically add them to your ranking spot. And yes, I'm fully aware this looks nothing like a globe, and that's fine. You can add them to your ranking station. I'm going to call it a ranking station because I do not know what else to call it. Add it there. You get some prizes every time you rank up, I think? I don't know. Things might have to be changed. And actually, in the last update that I was fiddling around with them, you can actually get yourself a handful of mercurines, like a good bit of money. Oh, actually that does look like a globe. I understated myself. It looks like a globe to my standards. I don't know what... Okay, so it looks like two... If I was anyone else, I'd have to go to it, but I just know myself way too much that I know. There's a number, it's probably 5. It's not 5. You know, I do a lot of guesswork when I'm building. It's the most laid-back video I think I've ever done it in the longest time. Because usually they're kind of, you know, structured, they're kind of fast. I don't know, this one's just like, hi, I'm here now. We're out, you know, that's it. Yeah, that's tubular. Okay. And reminder, this is just on a flat world. And I try as much as I can to brag about that. It is more of a brag on Bedrock, less of a brag on here, considering World Edit is just like there. We had versions of World Edit. I do mean versions, but like they were with commands, they were unpredictable, they were hard to control. With this World Edit, it's like eating cake. You don't really think about it. It's just, you have it there, you can eat it when you want. Although it is a sad moment when you don't have cake and you have to go buy more. I have these little cherry cakes and they're just delightful. Okay, so there. And then what we do, my friends, is we grab lime green. And I'm gonna put the green more to the front this time. More to the bottom. I don't know, just try to be more realistic. Okay. And if it's not realistic enough, then that's fine. Just gonna have to find a way to deal with it, unfortunately. There. Okay. And as you can see, then, that looks beautiful. So, if you all enjoyed this very casual, laid-back, coming out to you quick video, don't forget to leave a like. I'm gonna turn up my render distance so I can render more. Turn it up to 20. Usually I have it on 19, so why not treat myself with one extra chunk? So, main points are Sheby County, almost done. I still have a prediction. I made this prediction days ago, weeks ago. Did not announce it on camera, but I'm saying it now. I will fully predict, all my money, that this world will be casually done by the 25th. Now, when I say the world, I should step back on myself. The replicating This world will never be done. Because there's Glitchenberg, there's my production company, there's whatever Tarek builds, there's just more cities, probably more towns, there's gonna be more going on. So, the replicating is gonna be done by the 25th. Or even before the 25th. That's the wrong button. So yeah, a lot of very easy place to take a screenshot from. So I'm gonna take one from here. Thank you all so very much for watching. And I'll catch you all later. Thank you for watching.